Yo, yo, it's Jordan, Toyota Cool Springs. We've got ourselves a 2024 Toyota RAV4 Prime. Now this is going to be a plug-in hybrid, so you get the best of both worlds, the hybrid and the full EV. So you will get some all-electric range, so if you're just putting around town, it's going to be a great option as far as gas savings. But it's also a great option if you do plan on going on long trips, because you don't have to stop and charge the EV battery. It switches into full hybrid mode, so that way you can keep going on your trip. You don't have to stop and worry about charging, and you can continue on your way, and you still get the combined fuel economy. I believe it's 39 miles to the gallon with that hybrid system. So it's going to be a wind chill white exterior. It is a two-tone, so you have the black top, you have the gloss black low-profile roof rails, and then on the interior, it's a mix of simulated leather and cloth. So looking down, we have these awesome alloy 19-inch wheels wrapped with Yokohama tires. You got a mix of the gloss black and the machine finish silver. I think it's a really, really cool touch on that. As I walk forward on the front here, you are going to have the LED daytime running lights. You will have vertical LED lights as well here. This one does have the Toyota Safety Sense system, so it will come with adaptive cruise with full dynamic range. So you can set your cruise at 70, 80, but if the traffic's going 0 to 30, it'll match the speed of the car in front of you. And then once traffic starts to speed up, or if they get out of your way, it'll speed you back up to the speed you've got set. If you look up into the windshield here, you're gonna see these cameras. Now these cameras are gonna be your lane tracing, lane keep assist, lane departure warning. So it will actively kind of nudge you back towards the center of your lane if you are going towards the lane markers without your turn signal. So the lane safety will disable when you turn your turn signal on, so that way you can part lanes without it notifying you, hey, you're crossing the lane. As I walk around here, this one does come equipped with your blind spot monitor. Blind spot monitor is going to be a great option. I know a lot of people don't necessarily want to move around. You want to keep their gaze focused, so you can kind of glance to your side. If you turn your blinker on, it'll notify you with a beep that a car is in your path. This one is going to be an all-wheel drive option as well. So while you're driving, the system itself, the computer will tell the wheels which wheel that needs the power the most, so you not have to put it in two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive mode. It actively does it for you, which is a pretty neat feature as well. You're going to notice we've got the LED rear tail lights. You're going to have your windshield wiper on the rear glass here. Another cool feature about this one, you are going to have dual chrome tipped exhausts, so you got a lot more styling pop on this one. You got your Prime red lettering here, XSE trim designation. So being an XSE package, you are going to have the auto lift gate as well. Now since this is a Prime, when you take delivery of it, you will find this charging cable that you can plug in at home, and it will charge overnight. The options that this one comes equipped with, you've got your rubber cargo tray, which is great if you put some luggage or if you put stuff in the back pretty often. It's going to keep the fabric and stuff from getting torn up. This one comes with a sliding cargo cover, which hooks onto here. Personally, I'm not a big fan of these because I do put stuff in, lower the seats pretty often, and so that would just get in my way. So it is nice that you can remove that. You're going to have your 60/40 split seats on the back there, so they will fold down flat and give you a ton more cargo room. Now this one comes with the JBL audio system as well. So if you look here, you're going to have your JBL subwoofer in the back here. As I said previously in some of our videos, when it comes to my purchases, I love heated and ventilated seats, premium sound, sunroof. So it's got two of my favorite features. You got the sound system, you got the sunroof, and this one's only going to have heated seats. If you're wanting to get ventilated seats, you have the option to in a slightly higher trim. So as we move to the inside of the back seats here, you're going to see your simulated leather mixed with that cloth with the red stitching. I think that's a really cool feature there. You're going to have your air vents for the rear passengers. You've got your two USB fast chargers. You're going to have your drop-down armrest and cup holder. Now this one is also going to come with heated rear seats. So not only will you have the heated seats in the front, you're going to have the heated seats in the rear as well. This one comes with an all-weather floor liner package, and the all-weather floor liner, instead of just covering your feet, it's also going to cover the center portion here as well. This one also comes with a first aid kit. So you're going to find a couple face masks, you're going to find some Band-Aids, you're going to find some adhesives, and some alcohol wipes as well. So being a Prime plug-in hybrid, this is going to be a charge port here, so you'll take your charger on the right side of the vehicle in the back. You'll just click it once the vehicle is unlocked. You'll open this up, you'll plug in your charge, and then this little piece hangs on so it's not dangling around scratching up your paint, but it is soft plastic so it wouldn't hurt your paint too bad. Now, this one is fully charged already, but when it's charging, it'll be red, and then it disappears once it's done charging. And then if the vehicle is locked, so that way if you are parked and you're in an area where you don't want people to unplug your charger, if you lock it, it won't come out. So you'll just click the charger, pull it out, and place it back, whether it be a charger at a dealership, charger at your home, or a charger out in public. So as we move into the interior, now again, I'm 6'4", I'm a pretty big guy. Immediately I notice I've got a ton of leg room. Now you're gonna have electric seats on the driver's side. They will go up and down, forward and backward. You've got your lumbar support. Now with my lower back problems, I do like to have some great lumbar support, so it's definitely got that. So I'll start it up. Now it's gonna be pretty quiet since it is a Prime. Again, we've got that EV mode. Now the first thing that I notice is the digital display in the front here. I love technology, I love computers. I'm a big fan of the digital displays instead of the older kind of analog tachometers and whatnot. You've got your drive mode select here, and what I think is pretty cool about this feature is when you change the drive mode, not only does the screen change on your digital display, but the color underneath will change as well. So you can easily see what kind of drive mode you're in. You go into Eco, it's green, Sport is red, Normal is blue. And being an all-wheel drive option, you've got trail mode as well. So basically it's going to tell the computer to basically expect slippery conditions. You can lock it in hybrid mode. You can lock it in full EV mode if you want to. And then you've also got auto, EV, or hybrid mode. So essentially what that's going to do is at low speeds, it'll be EV. Once you start speeding up, or if you're accelerating aggressively, it'll switch back into your hybrid mode. So you get the full power there. As I said, you've got the heated front seats as well. As I'm looking at the steering wheel, you've got really simple designs on the buttons. It's super clear, easy to see. You know immediately what the symbols mean. You've got your adaptive cruise, following distance. You can change the distance. I think there's like 3 options for that, to either follow closer or further behind. Personally, I do like to follow as close as possible because the farther back you are, the easier it is for someone to get in front of you. And with that adaptive cruise, it will slow you down a little bit every time that happens. You're going to have your lane trace, lane keep assist button here. Turn on your cruise, set and reset. You've got your mode select for your audio. You've got your call buttons and buttons for the screen here on your digital display in front of you. And you've also got push to talk as well if you want to say commands, call mom, set destination for the closest Walmart, whatnot. This one is going to come with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So you have a large 10.5-inch touchscreen. It's very clear. So the screen itself is very responsive. There's not a lot of lag pushing the buttons there. I know in the past, some of the touchscreens, there's definitely a long lag, or it doesn't quite work really well. Scrolling through, I mean, you can still see the emblems pretty clear as you scroll up and down. Looking down, you've got your wireless phone charger. So I'll plug my phone in there. You just lay it in there. It'll notify you that it's charging. So here on the dash, we do have our dual zone climate control. So I myself, I run pretty warm. I like my air conditioning pretty cool. My wife runs a little cold, so I can unsync it, increase her temperature, put her seat warmer on, so that way she's warmer while I can maintain a comfortable driving myself. So having the weather package is going to have heated steering wheel, which is on the dash to my left. I can press that button and the steering wheel will heat up. As I turn my gaze up, we're going to have our auto dimming rear view mirror with the home link. So you've got your garage door buttons here. So you can set 3 different garage doors if you'd like to. So that way when you come home, you don't have to have the fob, but it'll be right there, and a simple, easy touch there. As I look up, one nice feature, you got your SOS. So if something happens, you can click that. We're going to have our sunroof controls. So one touch press for that one. So one of my favorite features again is going to be that sunroof. Driving down the road, nice cool weather, enjoy, you not have to be all stuffy inside the car. So that's a great plus for me. And you do have the blackout sunshade as well. So if it is too hot and you don't want your sunroof open and you don't want to have any sunlight or heat coming in, you can close that, you have that option. So as we go over to the left side of our dash here, you're going to have your controls to increase or decrease the brightness of your screen. You're going to have your auto high beams, which is a nice feature. So since this one does have the weather package, you're going to have your heated steering wheel. You're going to have your automatic rain sensing wipers with de-icer function as well. Here's the button for the heated steering wheel. Personally, I don't like hot hands, so that's not something I would use, but my wife definitely loves a heated steering wheel, so she would definitely use that option. This button here, you're gonna scroll through a couple different options on your digital display, and then of course your rear hatch close and open as well. So now that we've gone over a lot of the features of the vehicle, let's take it for a ride. Now again, this is a plug-in hybrid. You have the full EV mode, so as I turn on the push start button here, you're gonna hear a beep, and that's it. Super, super quiet. Starting out, again, we're going to keep it in full EV mode. So using our buttons here on the center, I'm going to lock it in EV mode. And it's telling us we're going to have about 34 miles of all EV range at the current charging that we have on it right now. And then let's put it into reverse. You've got our cool little hum to let everybody know we're backing up. Beautiful display on the rear backup camera. You've got your lane tracking as well, so you can see exactly where you're going. So yeah, let's take her for a spin. So I've locked it in full EV mode. We're gonna see what that drives like. We'll talk about how quiet it is. We'll talk about how much power you get staying in full EV mode versus hybrid mode. So it feels like the pedal's pretty responsive. So as we get out on the main road here, I'm gonna give it a little bit of gas. Give it the juice, as I like to say. Again, I am in full EV mode, so we're running on only the battery. Let's see how much power we can get. Looks like we've got a moment here. So you've got instant torque. I mean, I'd say that's pretty quick. Oh, that's perfect. It'd be great for merging. I had plenty of power to get out in front of somebody there. So one of my pet peeves a lot of vehicles have been going to is everything is going to be touchscreen. I really do like the manual buttons. It's a little easier to navigate, especially while you're driving down the road. These are all very clear lettering. You know exactly what you're looking at, and it doesn't take that long for your eyes to focus on what you're looking at. That's super nice. Super quiet, quick acceleration, very responsive pedal. This would definitely be great, you know, just putting around town, going to get some groceries, going to get a bite to eat, taking the kids to school, whatever it may be. Very minimal road noise, nice electronic powered steering, it's very easy to turn. Got your leather wrapped steering wheel, nice little red stitching to finish. It's a very, very good comfortable grip. And again, we are still in all EV mode. Once we pop it into hybrid in a moment here, you do have a combined 305 horsepower, so you've got plenty of power to give it the juice. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it in hybrid mode. Put in sport mode and see how much more power we get. Yeah, that's quite a big difference. So with the mix of the power from the engine and the hybrid assist, you get a lot more torque. There was definitely a lot more acceleration using the hybrid mode versus just the EV mode. So if you are looking for that little extra oomph, a little more pep in the step, personally I would probably leave it in hybrid mode, especially if I was getting on to a highway or if I needed to hop in front of someone pretty quickly as you're trying to turn out. We all know here in Franklin, Brentwood, you got a lot of traffic. So again, while we're sitting here at the stoplight, as I change the drive mode, you can see the digital display changing the settings. Personally, I'll probably always leave it in sport mode. I know that would decrease the all EV range, but I'm perfectly fine driving hybrid. Being a sports car guy, I'm used to getting pretty terrible gas mileage, but with the hybrid assist in sport mode, you're still gonna get very, very good miles per gallon. So as we were slowing down there, you kind of felt like there was grabbing on the brakes. That's gonna be your regenerative braking. So when you're braking, it will help recharge your battery pack, but again, for a full charge, you're gonna wanna plug it in to your level 2 home charger or a trickle charge that goes straight into the wall without having to purchase a level 2 home charger. Now with a level 2 home charger, the battery was almost completely dead for the full EV battery. When I looked at it this morning when I plugged it in before we went on this test drive, I believe the charge time was about 2 hours. It's going to be a little bit longer than that if you do a regular trickle charge, just plug it in straight to the wall. But if you do want a little bit quicker charge, you are going to want to invest the $600 or so for the level 2 home charger. So we're merging onto the highway here. Give it a little bit of gas to get in front of this guy. I'm going to activate our adaptive cruise. So we'll turn the cruise system on. We'll set our speed. And to the right of our digital speedometer display, you're going to see the set speed. I'm going to set it at 80. This is going to be your following distance of the vehicle in front of you. Now right now it's not catching a vehicle because, as you can see, we don't have somebody directly in front of us yet. But in just a moment, I'll see if I can merge into the next lane. We'll see if the system picks up the car in front of us. It does. We've got the little car icon. I can change that following distance with the button on the right. So I know a lot of bigger gentlemen like myself. I'm 6'4". Is this vehicle a good size for a large dad? I would definitely say yes. I've got plenty of room here. You've got your telescopic steering wheel, so if you need your seat further back, you can pull the steering wheel towards you and then make sure that you've got a nice comfortable seating position. The seat again does move back pretty far with that lumbar support, heated seats. Definitely a great option even for dads that are a little bit larger in stature. So we've got an 18-wheeler in front of us. I've got our speed set at 80, but we're speed matched to 73. I can decrease that following distance if I wanted to, because every time a car gets in between us, it's going to slow us down a little bit. So I've decreased the following distance to the shortest distance available. So again, it's going to be less likely for someone to merge in front of you and prevent you from slowing down a little bit. We've got our lane trace, lane keep assist. So this is going to be an active steering feature. So I can take my hands off the wheel and it's going to keep me centered in the lane, which is a really, really nice feature. If you're going on those long distance drives, eventually it will tell you to put your hands back on the steering wheel. So as long as you've got a light grip on the steering wheel, you can kick back, relax, and let the car drive itself. You know, because myself, I'm sure I've said in other videos, I've got 3 kids. Personally, I don't know if you've got kids, they're going to be pretty loud in the back seat. With the assist, I'm going to be in control of the vehicle and not have to worry about what's going on back there. So I'll give a little bit of a juice. So that was our active warning for the forward collision avoidance. It detected that 18-wheeler. I got a little bit too close as I merged. And again, with the active collision avoidance, if you do get too close, it will hit the brakes. So that way it will help avoid a collision. We've got great visibility, large open windshield, very crisp rear view camera, nice responsive braking. So something really important to me is going to be arm positioning while I'm driving. Now you do have the soft touch portions of the door panel here. So if you do put your elbow up there, it's not going to hurt your elbow bone here. You've got your leather trimmed center console with the red stitching. So it's a very nice comfortable feel for your right arm as well. And with the gear shift here, you've got great positioning. So that way while you're driving, you've got great control. I dig definitely anything hybrid. You've got a lot of torque, a lot of power. Personally, I'm not a fan of full EV. Now, having the EV mode only on this with the hybrid is definitely a great option. I would consider that. But I definitely am down with a hybrid engine assist, just because you get power from your engine, you're gonna have the power from the hybrid battery assist. So you get a lot of torque, a lot more power, and you get great fuel economy. So anything to add extra power to your vehicle and add to the fuel economy, I'm definitely game for. So again, with the electric power steering assist, driving through curvy roads, nice and easy. You can use one hand. It's very easy to drive this. So we tried the full dynamic range adaptive cruise control on the highway. We're gonna try it and see how well that lane tracking is as we're going through these curvy roads. So when we turn on our cruise once more, I'll set the speed. I'll increase it a little bit so we can at least keep a good following distance from the car in front of us. Now my foot is off the gas, it's off the brake. You saw him hit the brakes ahead of me, and it will slow you down all the way to 0. We've got our lane trace assist on. So I'm gonna take my hands off the steering wheel for a moment and see how well it keeps us in the lane as we go up on this curve ahead of us. So it's telling me to grab the steering wheel. So I'm gonna keep a light grip, but I will not control the steering wheel. The cameras are picking up. The lane marking is pretty good. It took us around that corner, no problem at all. So again, I've got my speed set at 54. However, it's matched the speed of the car in front of us, 39, 40 miles an hour. My overall impression so far, we've got on the highway, we've been on the country roads. It's definitely a very practical, quiet, family SUV, again with your 60/40 split seats on the back. If you had to carry some stuff, maybe you got to go to Lowe's, Home Depot, you definitely got plenty of room back there to throw some stuff.